Yo, what's up guys? Video number 3 of today. They actually nerfed the Inferno, which is very interesting to hear in the first place, because they did make a notification of all of the things that they did earlier today, and they simply did not add this part until they added it later into all the way at the bottom. So last time that I checked this, it wasn't there. So what do we have? Well, first of all, Nikonana is nerfed and Terramaton is nerfed. In my opinion, not sure if those were the two most pain points. I would say Terramaton for sure. Nikonana, I kind of felt like a lot of people were able to clear even without a Shadow Sanya. So maybe they're just kind of hard nerfing or like slightly nerfing the things that were only cleared with a Shadow Sanya. But then also maybe might be the question is like, where is Shadow Flame Hoyan? Because I think that one is also only cleared with a Shadow Sanya most likely. I've actually been farming Nikonana a fair bit with dots myself at the moment, and I've been working with an Obol Lily, a Chachi the Guard, or Chachi the Guard, and then a Linglo. It's been working pretty well, it pretty much doesn't fail. But let's see what the actual nerfs are. So we have 10% HP nerf, okay, 10% speed nerf. We have the friendly match thing, and we have the damage reduced from a 90% to a 60%. So that is the skill that you have over here. That's the passive, where if there is a bigger gap between your speed and the speed of Nikonana, you start dealing less damage to almost no damage. So in this case, it's more of a threshold thing than you, or like it's not necessarily a threshold thing, but a linear thing, like the more speed you have, the more damage you'll do. And it's not that you have to think what you have for damage reduction, where you have to put a CC on the bosses in Doki Doki or any of the units in Doki Doki. It's not really a boss. But it's not like a threshold like that. It's more of like a linear thing where every speed does count towards a little bit. Does this mean that you can start killing it with a full-on speed team of nukers? Because in the end, every team out there here is just straight up based on dots. Even if you go for a different round than a Shadow Sanya, which I've been doing, still mainly based on dots. So I would be saying, wait, this is actually, that's one way to clear it in 8 minutes. Yeah, I guess that a team like this would probably do better after. That's, yeah, okay. Well, teams like this, these two teams will definitely do a lot better after. But to be honest, I would say the route of the Obol, like putting an Obol in here, would probably still do it a lot better. So sure, there's definitely options out there how you can clear it better right now. But then again, I would say if you just went any dot route, this thing was pretty clearable. But I guess that's also kind of the thing they want to be nerfing at the moment, that you don't have to go for just dot routes. At Terramaton, we have nerfs of 20% damage across everything. Okay, so let's see what we have in Terramaton at the moment, because I think people are clearing Terramaton with some more-ish damage styles. 20% damage reduction is actually pretty huge, so I would definitely say, currently I wasn't focusing on Terramaton at all, because Obol doesn't dot there, and that's my only dotter right now. So I would say that teams like this, holy shit, 30 seconds, that's actually insane. Can we actually watch the replay of that? Let's see if that one is in there. Hoyan and stuff. That's pretty cool. Ah, too bad. Can't see. That's lame. I wish you could have like more replays like visible like that. But damn, a team like this, when you do, yeah, that's really nice. Also, this team doesn't use any Lily. And that's kind of the video I made earlier today as well. The moment you have two DPSers, if you go for an insta-clear route, two DPSers will actually do better than a Lily. So that's definitely an interesting fact to see that here as well. I would say that, yeah, this is definitely a possibility that these kind of teams will be a lot easier to build, where you can maybe more go forwards like a more damage style on one unit, and then the other unit is more of like a slight setup-ish, and then the thing has to do enough damage. So interesting to see if there's more teams going to be similar to that. I would say that a Heinrich does start to become better than an Holden in that case, because you just simply have more damage setup with the Heinrich skill 3, mainly if you have the last wounds. And I would also say that you probably, if you want to make this consistent, you should go for, wait, there's one place where I thought that there was something over here for, I increase the chance of inflicting block. I think you have to have higher one on that as well. Otherwise, well, actually, if you go for a one-hit kill, no, it doesn't even matter at all. So yeah, definitely would be seeing more teams along that line for Terramaton. I will be trying out my team as well. I probably have to first rebuild Heinrich for that if I want to do that. I would also have to build Dina for that. I actually haven't built Dina at all. Dina, if you want to max scale it, it's the one over here. So yeah, I definitely would see more teams with pretty much these 4 units, and then Hoyan would maybe be replaced by a Koloros, or would be replaced by what else is a damage dealer out there that could maybe... Messiah maybe, but Messiah is a little bit more AoE-ish style of damage, so I don't really expect a Messiah on that slot all too much just yet. Hellkit is not really a damage dealer. Technically, Leon, back out the good old Leon. I think Leon plus the thing would probably do the job over there. I would see a world where you can also just go for the thing plus a Victor in that case. I think that they together will start doing enough damage where you can actually start clearing it. A damage fungus plus the thing might also have enough bite to it where you can start clearing it. So definitely a bunch more options where you can start clearing it just simply by the damage reduction over there. And I am still farming a whole bunch of this. So yeah, the Nikonana I think was already pretty doable. I would say Terramaton was near impossible. Like sure, some people cleared it with, you already have a Fury Edge over here, and do you have another second Fury Edge? No, that's not the case. So yeah, like if you already have like the Fury Edges, which you actually do have to get dropped from me. Oh wait, he only had that one, but not this one. Okay, so I guess it is a pretty good set though. It's definitely a pretty good set. So yeah, I would say that it's cool that they nerfed the Terramaton, because that one felt really impossible without the dots. I would say the only one that I would feel is pretty darn difficult without dots still is the Shadow Flame Hoyan. I kind of expected the Shadow Flame Hoyan nerf as well. Like, if you were to ask me, it's like, oh, we're gonna nerf the bosses that you can clear with dots. What one would you nerf? I would say Shadow Flame Hoyan would have definitely been on my list as well. There are a few clears like these out there, but I've seen the run on this. Like, if you have a 1 minute 43 run, you need some proper RNG for this kind of team to work. Like, sure, it can kind of work, but if this is really the best route and the best way to do it, I am not 100% sure about that. But it's kind of a way, it's kind of a route. Maybe that will be the route that people start doing the moment that they start having better DPS as well. I'm currently just trying to get a good White Fang, and with a good White Fang, I can probably start clearing other things, similar to start clearing the Rengokutsu. This one is actually all the way exactly the same team over and over altogether. So that is definitely one of those things that I will be focusing on. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about these nerfs. I definitely do think that Nikonana Inferno will be a lot easier to clear, even if you go for a dot route. Because in the end, lower HP for dots doesn't really matter. But simply just having less speed on the boss makes it that it takes less turns. When it's taking less turns, also the chip damage, because sure, you do a decent amount of damage by dots, but every rotation of all of the dots, you probably still do about like 5 to 10% damage on just like pure damage, which is also less reduced by this thing right now if you use a team that doesn't have a slow and a speed buff yourself. And the speed is just lower, so lowering the speed also lowers this threshold. So therefore, it's actually a double on a triple nerf. So I would say that Nikonana should definitely be a lot easier to farm. Terramaton, I would have to check, because I never actually... I just knew I couldn't clear it, so I never really actually went into testing to try it. This will be in the patch of tomorrow. So that will be in the patch that is also mentioned over here, where they also will have all of those units... or the new unit added into the game. So don't start trying on it right now thinking it's like, oh, it's nerfed already. Let me go in and let me try my thing. No, it's actually going to be at the times over here. I will definitely be streaming at that time. I think I will probably a little bit together, because I saw the video a few more times, and like archers were always my thing. Like if I played an MMO or anything like that, and I was choosing a class, 9 out of 10, if the archer or a mythical archer or something like that was in the game, I was playing those. And she's pretty much the mythical archer. So gotta be checking if she actually has good skills, and do I want to work on her? If I want to start working on her with Letices and stuff, then it's definitely a pull for me. So might be spending a little bit on that one here and there. So guys, thanks a lot for watching for this one. Let me know in the comments once again, what do you think about, well, once again, the communication that is slightly strange of saying like, okay, this is all we're gonna do, and then a few hours later it's like, oh, by the way, we're also doing this. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it, because we have seen that going wrong a few times in the past with the 2x and that kind of stuff, saying like, oh, here's the notification of 2x is not coming. Oh, by the way, 2x is coming. It's like, yeah, that kind of means that whatever you say can change at any kind of given time. And that's not really a good sight for me personally. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think about that as well. Third video of the day. Did totally not expect that. Maybe no video tomorrow. Not probably video tomorrow. I will also be streaming again tomorrow. Today I'm busy with a whole bunch of other stuff, so making a short video definitely works. But I will have a Summoners War stream later and a bunch of other things. So guys, thanks a lot for watching, and see you as always in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more guides, join the Discord and check out the content tab for the guide video archive, which contains all of the guides that you might need. Hope to see you there.